Today's guide, Artio, the bear goddess. I'll be going over her different stances, what she brings to a team, and how certain settings can improve your gameplay. I'll also cover her abilities and provide tips you will be able to apply in your next match. Item builds and conquest specific strategies will be avoided as these tend to change quite frequently. Feel free to skip to any part of this video that fits your needs. Roll the intro.
Artio.
Artio is part of the Guardian class, which deals magical damage and is typically seen in the support role, although Artio has proven also to be successful in the solo lane. Like the majority of support guardians, she really excels at locking down opponents and peeling enemies off her allies. She provides her team with the abilities to keep enemies close so the damage dealers can do their job, but don't let that fool you, her damage outputs can catch her enemies by surprise. Artio is a stance switcher, which means she does not have an ultimate ability. Instead, she has a total of 6 abilities. She has a Druid stance, which focuses on healing and peeling, and a bear stance, that focuses on damage and aggression. Passive, Decompose. Every time Artio hits a damaging ability on an enemy god, they will receive a debuff of both magical and physical protections. This can stack up to 8 times. The more you hit your abilities, the harder you and your allies will hit those affected. Ability number 1, Energy Surge, or Maul Prey. These are her biggest damage dealing and healing abilities. In Druid stance, when hitting an enemy god, not including minions or jungle camps, she will provide herself and her nearby allies with a short burst heal, which is great for keeping you and your allies sustained in the midst of a teamfight. When in bear stance, she will sweep twice with her bear claws, dealing a significant amount of damage. Ability number 2, Entangled Vines, or Ferocious Roar. These provide the best crowd control in her entire kit. In Druid stance, a small cripple field appears around her, disabling any enemy leap, dash, or teleport. It also provides a power debuff to enemies that stay in the field. In bear stance, she will roar like a wild beast and stun opponents nearby. This will provide Artio with a small magical and physical protection buff. Ability number 3, Life Tap, or Heavy Charge. This one on her Druid stance is the trickiest one. For every tick, you will heal and damage for a small portion. You have to hit all 5 ticks on the same enemy for a root to apply. In bear stance, it will act like a dash, but it's actually a movement speed buff that turns like an 18-wheeler truck, slowing down all enemies she charges through. This can be cancelled at any moment. It is a great chasing and escape tool. Ability number 4, the ultimate, Shapeshift. This ability lets you switch between your Druid stance and your bear stance. The following is based on years of personal experience. Every player has their own style and preferences, and that's alright. These tips are here to provide help to those who seek it. If you dislike them, please feel free to ignore them. If you disagree with any of them, feel free to let me know. I try to keep an open mind and always willing to learn to get better at a game that I love. Artio's first set of abilities are her best weapon of choice when it comes to damage and wave clear. Her third set of abilities are often used from a distance to either poke and root or catch up and slow. Her second set of abilities have their crowd control effects and duration increased when leveling them up. Like most stance switchers, the ultimate does not provide enough passive buff to be necessary past the first level. That said, here's my recommended level up order. Tip number 1. Life Tap is her ability with the highest range. meaning you can use it to root to get closer or prevent the enemy from getting too far. If you're already in your target's face, try keeping your life tap in case they manage to leap or dash away. Tip number 2. Pacing yourself by basic attacking between each ability can help you extend the duration of your crowd control chain. This will also help you deal more damage overall. Tip number 3. An important thing that a lot of support players tend to forget is that all of these aggressive abilities can also be used to peel. Saving your damage dealers is one of your top priorities as a support and can change the pace of a teamfight in your favor. Tip number 4. Targeted for keyboard and mouse. Having your ultimate ability button for your shapeshift on an easily accessible button makes a big difference when you need to constantly switch stances. I like to have mine on my thumb button on my mouse. Tip number 5. Every player has a different comfort zone and playstyle. Some characters also feel better with certain settings. Playing and testing different casting speeds can help a character feel just right. Abilities can be individually set with a different casting speed. I find Artio works best with instant cast. I hope this video proved useful and that you'll be able to apply what you learned in your next match. If you enjoy the content or there's a god you'd like to see next, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching and see you all on the battleground.